Let me ask you this question. Do you currently have gaps in your finances? Does money somehow just get drafted out of your account and you didn't even realize it? Are you someone who begins a project but you never actually finish it? Or you start this new hobby or this new routine, but it fizzles off whenever life gets hard and you never actually stick to it? Okay, here's the thing. Many of us recognize and want something in our life to change, but none of us are actually willing to recognize that in order for change to occur, there's something we have to do to change. So I'm going to share a little secret with you. The way that you do one thing is the way that you're going to do everything. So here's what I know. I know that the way we approach all of the areas of our life, if we look at a situation, we're like, oh, well, that's good enough. I'm doing good enough. Or I think that I did well. When in reality, you know you didn't. We have this mindset and this expectation that we deserve all of these results. We deserve all these blessings, all of these things, when the fact is we didn't actually give all of the effort that we should have been giving to it in the first place. So since I'm a health and fitness coach, let's take that for example. I have clients who will come to me and they want to lose weight as their main goal at first, right? Let's say someone who has not had any health and fitness routine going on for a while now. They decide to go all in. They're going to commit to their nutrition, their fitness, their mindset, everything. Well, the first week that they do that, they're going to see great results that are not necessarily what some of us who are constantly on a health and fitness journey would see. And then let's say they get so excited because of those results. So then the next week they're prepared and they go all in, except for they didn't actually give 120% in a workout. And they didn't actually get enough sleep because they stayed up binge watching some TV shows. And they stuck to their meal plan for the most part, but then they let some other things sneak in. But they worked so hard, so they deserve it, right? Look at your life. You will start to notice that this pattern of behavior applies in all areas of your life. Like, are you showing up to work and doing just enough so that you're doing good enough? Like, you're not all in it, but you're there and you're doing what you're supposed to. You're checking off the boxes, so you've done what you're supposed to. In your relationships, friendships, marriages, boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever, are you giving 100% to that, or are you doing just enough? When it comes to your health and fitness, your workouts, are you pushing yourself to your maximum every workout, or are you showing up and doing just enough? With your nutrition, are you eating the foods that you know your body needs? Or are you letting things sneak in every day, every week that you need, and you're doing just enough? In order to change this, you've got to change something that you're doing. And here's the thing. So many of us think that we're just going to be enlightened with this knowledge, or we're just going to wake up one day with all of this motivation that comes from somewhere, and we're going to want to commit to this thing. But friend, that's not the case. In order for something in your life to change, in order for you to change your habits, and side note, it's okay for us to change as people. Does a kid stay the same person that they are when they're a child throughout their adult life? I mean, a lot of people do, but should they? No, absolutely not. We are supposed to grow and change as people because we're supposed to grow and change for the better, right? Yeah, it's not bad to change. But the point is, in order to have that transformation, you have to do something different. Your brain is not going to automatically retrain itself. Your brain is not going to change. Your life is not going to change. Your habits and your routines are not going to change until you decide to take control and do something about it. For me, the biggest key, like this key that I'm going to pass over to you so that you can unlock the door for your life, the biggest thing that I did that changed my life and who I am and how I show up and my energy, what I'm bringing to the world and what I'm not. This is always an ongoing process. This is we never arrive. Okay. Let me make that very clear. We never actually get to this place where we don't need these things anymore. But the secret is personal development, self-help, whatever you want to call it. And now I know. I was like you, and I was like, done watching this video now because I don't need any of that. I ain't doing all that. I ain't got time for that, and I don't need that. But I promise you, you cannot begin to think new thoughts on your own. You need help understanding how to think new thoughts. You need help to understand how your brain works so that you can retrain your brain and begin to think differently, see new opportunities, believe in yourself, recognize your worth. All of these things do not fall out of the sky. You do not read one thing one day and all of a sudden you are transformed 100%, and now you know that you can have all these things and these blessings and all this stuff that comes into your life. It doesn't work that way. This is a daily choice. It is a daily habit to create for yourself, and I promise you it's one that you are going to see manifesting so quickly in your life that you will begin to get so many blessings. You're going to have so much joy, so much peace, so much energy that you're not going to want to stop. Some of my favorite ways to get in personal development or self-help, whatever you want to call it. I love listening to podcasts every single day, especially when I'm walking Gracie. I will turn on podcasts whenever I am showering, whenever I am getting ready, whenever there's quiet time and my anxiety starts to kick in, and then it starts to make me feel all these emotions because my thoughts are roaming around in my head. Instead, I put on a podcast that's going to help me focus on whatever it is that I chose to help me get myself back in check. I guess the second way I like to get in personal development or self-help is Audible. Audible is a great app where you can pick your book and it's going to read it to you. So just like a podcast, I would squeeze this in anytime, driving. A lot of us think we don't actually have any time, but I promise you, you do. Here's the secret. The time that you're scrolling social media is great opportunity for you to get on your personal development. The third way that I like to get it in is YouTube. So many speakers, authors, what have you, that have podcasts or Audible or whatever else, they also have a YouTube channel. And a lot of the content that they use on those things gets put back on the other platforms at a later date. So you'll hear something come up that you already heard a month before. And when you listen to it the second time, you're like, dang, I missed that, but it is so good. You can never get enough. Every time you listen to something, you're going to hear something else that you didn't hear the first time. And lastly, there's nothing like a good old-fashioned hardcover book. And I encourage you, I'm one of these people. Get yourself some colored pens. Flare pens are my jam. And underline, star, fold the pages. Do whatever you need to do because that helps your brain retain information. Teacher hack for you. And you're going to be feeding your soul. I'll say it again. In order for things to change, you have to change something. And you don't know how to change anything unless you get somebody else's help. You are worthy just as you are. There's nothing about you that needs to change except for your mindset. And changing your mindset is not changing who you are as a person. Changing your mindset is you tapping in to what's possible for you. You tapping into your potential. You giving yourself a chance to have a different life, to write a different story for yourself, and to receive all of the blessings that you're missing.